Hi everyone, my name is Jordan. I'm part of the sales team here at Cloud9 Insight, and today I'm going to take you through how the Outlook integration for Dynamics 365 works. So starting with just a standard Dynamics record here, we've got a lead as an example. You can see the timeline that sits in the center of the record here, and this is how we're keeping track of all the communications that we're having with this lead. You can see we've got the appointments, the phone calls, the tasks, and perhaps the emails associated with this lead. Now, if we pop open this email record, we can see it in full, view the content of that email in its entirety. In fact, if there were attachments associated with this email, we could also view those as well. Just download them and view the attachments in full. Now, to show you how this integration works and how you would have the ability to view these emails in full, I'll take you to Outlook itself. So you can see Outlook as standard. It looks as it normally would for yourselves. And you just have this Dynamics 365 pane that pops open on the right-hand side. Now, all this is doing is looking at where this email has come from and then presenting us with the information that it can find from within Dynamics here in this Outlook tab. So we've got Yvonne, who is a manager at Cloud9 Insight associated with this email, and therefore we are being presented with that information. Now, we can take this a step further and view the full Dynamics record from within Outlook. So here we can see Cloud9 Insight. We can change the name if we like. We could change the phone number, edit all of these details and add details in that perhaps weren't there before. Perhaps we want to change the address. They've moved and we want to make sure that we're keeping our record of them up to date. We can do that from Outlook. We don't need to be in Dynamics 365 itself. Even the timeline that I showed previously, we can see all of those activities and communications associated with Cloud9 Insight from within the Outlook integration itself. Now, in order to track this email and view that within Dynamics 365, we use this set regarding function that you can see at the top here. Now, jumping back to the page we are presented with first, you can see it says not tracked. So we use this set regarding function to look up records from within Dynamics and attach this email to those. So we could look up Yvonne and attach or track this email to Yvonne's record. We could do the same for Cloud9 Insight. So here we'll look up Cloud9 Insight and track this email against the Cloud9 Insight record. And you can see here it says successfully tracked, and we have a little blue box that pops onto that email to ensure we're aware that it is being tracked. Now, this can go a step further when it comes to unknown emails. So perhaps you have a inquiries at mailbox or really any mailbox where you're receiving emails that are unknown. In that case, we could create that individual email as a contact or create them as a lead. Really, we could create them as any Dynamics record, but that would be up to you to decide. Now, the Outlook integration is great for keeping track of all of those communications that you're having with an organization, but perhaps you would like that tracking function to be automatic. Now, it's important to note that once you set this tracking function in motion, it will be automated from then. So any responses to this particular email, the ongoing thread, would be automatically tracked because I have already set the email thread as regarding Cloud9 Insight. That's already happened. However, it is up to you to decide which email threads you would like to be tracked, as for obvious reasons, we don't want every single email that comes into our inbox to be tracked into Dynamics 365. The other option you have here is automatic folder tracking. So you can see I've got a number of different folders to organize my inbox. Perhaps I would have a Cloud9 Insight folder. And what I would be able to do is set some rules against that folder that mean whenever I drag and drop an email into that folder, it's automatically tracked against Cloud9 Insight's record. You can do this for up to 25 folders, and it's a nice way of removing this set regarding function and just dragging and dropping your emails into the relevant folders and allowing them to automatically sit into the tracking queue. That is a very brief overview of how the Outlook integration works. If you have any questions or would like to discuss the Outlook integration or Dynamics 365 in more detail, please do contact us and we'll be more than happy to help you out.